Ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy, Don Laxman, and we are live here on YouTube for your boys' review or results of the WWE Superstar Shake-up 2017's version of it, at least. Let's call it what it is. It's a draft. It's a draft. I don't know why we're calling it the Superstar Shake-up. It's a Superstar Shake-up. It's a draft. But whatever floats your boat, WWE. I'll play along and call it a little shake-up, Superstar Shake-up. But I'm here to give you my thoughts on this shake-up, the results, the people who went to the different shows, who got traded, how I feel about them, how do I think they'll do, and just overall how I feel about the Superstar Shake-up. Is it a success? Is it a failure? Keep in mind, the one thing I wanted, get that, what is that? Nah, I don't know what that was. But the one thing I wanted in this Superstar Shake-up was for both brands to feel balanced. A good amount of women, tag teams, and male wrestlers on both rosters. So both can feel substantial, and we can have a good rosters going forward for the rest of at least 2017. 2018, we'll see. But for me, I just wanted this shake-up to make the rosters feel balanced. Did it do that? I gotta say, I'm okay with it. I'm actually pretty satisfied. Other than a couple of draft picks that made me go, what? I'm not too upset about this. I got 90% of what I wanted, basically. Now, before we get into the results and me talking about each draft pick, as always, like the video, subscribe if you haven't, buy everything down below, including my t-shirt, and follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. And of course, if you're here in the live chat, give me your thoughts. Well, comments too if you're watching this after the fact that we've gone live. But in the live chat, give me your thoughts on the shake-up. How do you feel about it overall? You could give me a grade, B, C+, A. Let me know. Or you could just say satisfied or something like that. Let me know how you feel about it, because I'll go to you afterwards. Couple of things I want to talk about. This is some news stuff. I always do newsworthy topics before I get into the actual topic at hand. First thing is Finn Balor. Mr. Finn Balor suffers from a concussion at the moment. Some of you are wondering, what the hell? What the hell? Why did Finn Balor get injured again? How did he get injured again? Well, he got injured last night on Raw, fighting Jinder Mahal. Apparently, there was a spot where Jinder, I think I remember the spot too, he stiffed Finn Balor with the forearm and really did some major damage on him. He left with a concussion, and currently he's being evaluated. He will be out for a short time. They haven't said how severe the concussion is. I see him being out maybe a couple of weeks. He doesn't have a match at Payback anyway, so it's not a big deal. But it does suck as soon as he comes back. As soon as he comes back and has a match, he gets hurt again. That can't look good on him. That can't give him a good reputation already on the Raw roster. I think that sucks. I think it's unfortunate. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully it's not too severe. Maybe he'll be back and he's working like nothing happened to him. I hope. I gotta say, come on, Jinder, whatever you're calling yourself. Mahal, it sucks. It sucks that you are put in this position because, quite frankly, not a lot of people think you're all that special to begin with. And now you hurt Finn Balor. The job of wrestlers, the main job, if anything else, other than entertaining us, but the main job for you is to protect each other. Your job is to make sure the one you're working with isn't hurt, isn't injured. And Mahal, you failed at that. You failed, man. I can't blame Finn Balor in this case. You stiffed him and gave him a concussion. Why would anybody want to work with you? It's the Ryback effect. Ryback is always hurting people, and nobody went to work with him. So same thing goes for Jinder Mahal. You're hurting people. Stop it. Stop it. And if he gets heat for it, I see people already giving him heat. Good. He deserves it because you hurt somebody. It's not like in New Japan Pro Wrestling where you step somebody. It's warranted. It's expected. You get hurt. Fine. Here, that stiff elbow shot, I kind of felt like, I remember it, and I do remember that spot. Even when I saw it, I was like, ooh, that looked like it hurt. But I thought to myself, maybe Finn's okay. You know, Finn took it. It's not a big deal. But now that he got a concussion, I look at that and go, see, the spot wasn't worth it, nor did it mean anything. And now that he hurt Finn Balor, I don't think it makes him look good. So yeah, I'm completely in favor of the fans who say Jinder Mahal deserves some heat. He does. You can't just hurt somebody like that and think it's okay. I understand that people get hurt in the business a lot. But in this case, I can't defend Jinder. I can't. Simple as that. Next up, we have #FireJBL or Fire Bradshaw, whatever you prefer. People are pissed off at JBL. Straight up angry for running off Mauro Ranallo, as you should be, because he's one of the greatest announcers in wrestling or in sports, period. And for a guy like JBL to allegedly, again, there is no real facts that come out, but for real, let's just call it like it is. JBL is a known bully. He's bullied people for decades, years. And when the story comes out that he's bullied Mauro and ran him off, I can't say there's a side of me that doesn't believe that. What really bothers me about this entire situation is that JBL bullied a man with known mental health issues, depression. I don't care if you go on this logic of, well, Mauro should have not been in the wrestling business because if you can't take the heat, don't get in the kitchen, whatever the case. And I don't care if you pull up this whole fraternity hazing stuff, this argument that you have to be able to take it if you're in the wrestling business. There is no excuse for bullying a man with depression. Well-known diagnosed depression. You cannot make an excuse for that. There has to be a line for bullying people. At least Joey Styles had the right mind frame to knock JBL on his ass. Those of you who don't know the story, yeah, JBL bullied Joey Styles, and Joey Styles knocked him out. Awesome. Hilarious. Mauro Ranallo, I don't even think he can't defend himself, but he's diagnosed with depression. You have to be a lowly kind of human being to bully a man with depression. So if JBL really did do that, if he really did bully Mauro and run him off, shame on you. Seriously, I'm sorry. This whole #FireJBL, quite frankly, I can't defend JBL. I'm not going to defend JBL. Why should I defend JBL? Who would defend JBL? You look like an idiot yourself. And I'm not saying, maybe I should take that back, because there are some people like Kyle Enjoys Wrestling who I respect wholeheartedly. We had a debate about this. And he thinks, while JBL is not an angel, Mauro should have been a lot more tougher and dealt with it more. There's a side of me that understands where he comes from, but I'm sorry, you can't get away with what is allegedly said JBL did. I have friends who suffer depression or some kind of mental health issue. You don't understand how easily triggered they are. We can be having a good day, and then all of a sudden, bam, they just start crying, or they lose their temper and they just go crazy, manic. You know, they call it depression and manic. It's just one of those things where it's an extreme. You're either really, really, really sad, or really, really, really happy, or really, really, really angry. Okay, it happens. It happens in a blink of an eye. So you can't be okay with anybody triggering that stuff. It just shows you what kind of a low scum you are. And I'm sorry, fans chanting. I mean, they did tonight on SmackDown. They chanted "Fire Bradshaw," hashtag Fire JBL, and JBL is blocking people apparently. The situation has garnered mainstream attention, for Christ's sake. It's garnered attention from the mainstream. It can't make WWE look any worse than they already look. Seriously, but it's one of those things. I can't forgive them if it's true. If it's true, JBL, yeah, you deserve some kind of punishment. Some kind of punishment. If WWE just sweeps it under the rug like nothing happened, it makes them look bad. Because Mauro is actively on Twitter. He's not defending JBL. That's one thing, too. Mauro has not defended JBL at one point, at any point. So it makes me think that JBL did bully him, did run him off. So more details will come in the future. But that's my thoughts. Shame on you, JBL. Seriously. You have to have a line. Bully the people who like it, who can take it, who will dish it back all you want. Fine. But to bully a man with depression, shame on you. You are scum, if that's true. All right. Enough of all that. Enough of all this preliminary chatter. Let's get to the meat of the entire commentary. Superstar Shake-up 2017 results. I thought both Raw and SmackDown this week was good. I thought both shows delivered in terms of quality. Some solid matches from both brands. Lots of shock and awe. I can't really pick one. I can't really pick who was better. If I had to, I guess Raw. I don't know what it was about Raw this week, but I liked it a lot more than SmackDown. Just you know, I don't know. I just like Raw more this week. I don't mind saying Raw was better. If it's a good show, it's a good show. I don't just pick SmackDown just to be cool. I'll say Raw is good if Raw is good. I like Raw just a little bit better than SmackDown. Just a little bit. It's not a big deal. Both of them were good. So who cares, right? I do have a rant. One little rant I need to get off about this entire Superstar Shake-up. That's getting ridiculous. Can I just say draft? No, whatever. But this entire presentation, the way it was presented, the way it was put out, the way the rosters were shaken up, the way the wrestlers themselves were announced was done horribly. The Superstar Shake-up had horrible presentation. No announcements, no anticipation, no real thought put into why these people are on these brands. It's just they're on Raw, they're on SmackDown. They just show up. It's kind of stupid. I remember back in the day, well, not even like a decade ago, where we did the lottery draft. You know, Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman would have racks with balls having the wrestler's name on it. They would go to the Raw rack, like Paul Heyman would go to the Raw rack, pick someone out, and it would be Triple H or it would be Ric Flair, and he would be on SmackDown. Eric Bischoff would go to the SmackDown rack, do the exact same thing. At least 5 years ago, they would do some kind of a electronic random draft where you see all the wrestlers' names on the Titantron, and they would just go through them, and then bam, John Cena's on SmackDown or something like that. Randy Orton's on SmackDown. At least give us some kind of anticipation. Nope, bam, he's on SmackDown. Nope, bam, he's on Raw. Some people I wouldn't know were on Raw or SmackDown if I didn't have WWE's Twitter, because they just show up. Like, there are people now, even when the draft is over with, we don't even know what brand they're going to be on until after Payback. Like Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt have a House of Horrors match at Payback, and whoever wins that match, the winner gets to be on SmackDown. So Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt don't really have a brand yet. Same thing goes for Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, although that one's a lot more transparent. We can easily see Kevin Owens is going to be on SmackDown, and Chris Jericho is going to be gone at least for the rest of the year. With that said, though, horrible presentation. I can't really defend it. I thought it was bad. Now, some of you, I'm reading some of the live chat comments right now. Some of you are okay with it. Some of you are fine with it. But I got to be honest with you. Some of you are hardcore fans. Some of you like me, aren't too bothered by certain stuff, but I always think big picture. I always think if someone new was watching WWE, would they get invested in this? Would they be drawn into this? And I can't really say that they would. So the draft really, I keep saying draft because that's what it was, but the shake-up, that Superstar Shake-up, it could have had better presentation. It really could have had better presentation. So that's my rant. That is my one and only rant about the Superstar Shake-up. Everything else going forward, very positive. One big praise. I gotta say this. The one thing that I loved about this entire shake-up is that AJ Styles stayed on SmackDown. Thank you. Yes. I was very worried that the one guy I did not want going to a different brand was gonna go. AJ Styles stayed on SmackDown where he belongs. Like I said, in the future, sure. Absolutely. Send him to Raw. Like the next time we do a shake-up, by that point, I'm not going to be pissed off if he goes to Raw. By that point, he would have done everything he can possibly do on SmackDown. So yeah, maybe in a year or so, send him to Raw. But for right now, keep him on SmackDown where he belongs because this is the AJ Styles show. For now. For now, because we got some people coming, or that did come, that could shake some things up. So I'm very happy about AJ staying on SmackDown. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the results. Let's get into the draft picks. I'm going to name you all the drafts and the trades that happened on the shows, wrestler by wrestler, give you my thoughts on them, if I feel like they'll do good on that brand or not. And then afterwards, we'll look at the entire roster and we'll judge if this thing was a success and, you know, talk about what this means, where this will go, what this means for WWE going forward. So the first one to be traded or drafted, whatever you want to say, I don't care. The first trade that happened was Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews moves to Monday Night Raw. I'm okay with this simply because he didn't get a lot of TV time on SmackDown. Quite frankly, SmackDown didn't know what to do with him. So why get upset? Why be upset that Apollo Crews will get more TV time on Raw? More than likely. Hopefully. He better get more TV time. Otherwise, what was the point? What was the point? Here's my thing. I still believe Apollo Crews is a future world champion. I still believe there is a main event player inside of him. He needs to find a character. He really needs to find his own shtick. He needs to find his own persona, something. Because that's the only thing he's missing. He has the athleticism. He has great ability. Very agile. He can do high flying. He can do powerhouse. He can do whatever style you need him to do. He just needs to find a personality. Find your personality, man, and you'll be great. Something. I don't care if you turn heel. Find yourself, and you can be a main event player. Luckily for him, he's young, so I'm not that upset. Now, this next draft pick is one of the only two I don't like. Although I saw it coming. Although he was one of my predicted picks, I still don't like it. The Miz and Maryse going to Raw. Let's be real. Miz became relevant on SmackDown. Miz became, I was going to say the top player, but at least one of the top players in that company because of SmackDown. What he did on SmackDown, from his feud with Daniel Bryan to his feud with Dolph Ziggler to his feud with John Cena and Nikki Bella, everything he did on SmackDown was amazing. Without question, Miz was one of the best wrestlers, one of the best performers on SmackDown. I don't think he will be given the same opportunities or even the same TV time he got on SmackDown. I think Miz is going to be irrelevant on Raw. He's not even going to be a strong mid-card player. I think he's just going to be someone they just have on Raw. And I think that sucks. I hate that. He's going to feel like a joke. He already feels like a joke. He just lost to Sami Zayn on Raw like it was nothing. I mean, it helped Sami Zayn, but Miz didn't look good at all. At least when Miz lost on SmackDown. This is one thing I can say about Miz. Even in defeat on SmackDown, he felt relevant. He lost to Cena, Ambrose, Ziggler, many others. And I don't feel like it hurt him. He didn't feel weaker. On Raw, he felt weaker. He already feels kind of weak, and I'm worried. I'm worried that Miz on Raw is not going to be as good as he was on SmackDown. He doesn't even have the SmackDown talk, talking smack. SmackDown talk. I was thinking Raw talk and then talking smack. I don't know where I was going with that. Talking smack, that platform to shoot, because that's what he does greatly. He does great doing work shoots, work street promos, whatever you want to call it. I don't think he's going to do that on Raw. Hopefully they let him do that. Hopefully you let Miz showcase his microphone work on Raw, and he'll be fine. We'll see. I'm a little worried about Miz. That one I think is gonna hurt. I'll be real with you. I think he's screwed. I think he's screwed on Raw, man. We'll see. All right. Dean Ambrose. This was a shocker. Dean Ambrose and the Intercontinental Championship was traded to Monday Night Raw. I am surprised by this, but not bothered by it. I think Dean Ambrose fits on Raw. I think it feels right to see him on Raw. Matter of fact, I'll say this. I think Dean Ambrose will actually work better on Raw. Not saying he didn't work well on SmackDown. I just kind of feel like on SmackDown, he's the lunatic fringe. You know, I think Dean Ambrose displayed more of that crazy side of his character, his persona on Raw when he was working on Raw, especially with the Shield. Hopefully we get that back. I don't care if you turn him heel. I would love to see a heel Dean Ambrose, especially since it's all about Roman Reigns. Who cares, right? Whatever, turn him heel. See how that works. I would love to see a heel Dean Ambrose run with the IC Championship, especially on Raw. Because he is kind of bland. Let's be real. He's kind of bland right now as a babyface. So let's see how it goes with him as a heel on Raw, if they do that. Curt Hawkins to Raw, whatever. He's a jobber. He was a jobber on SmackDown. He's a jobber on Raw. It's just like Jinder Mahal, quite frankly. So whatever. All right, this is the second one I don't like. This one pissed me off. Initially, it pissed me off. Bray Wyatt has been moved to Raw. Why? Why? I question WWE's tactics here. What are we going to get out of Bray Wyatt? What are we going to get out of Bray Wyatt on Raw? What? What is he going to do? Let's be real. Before the draft, he was nobody on Raw. He wasn't doing anything on Raw. At least on SmackDown, he was involved in a quality storyline with Randy Orton before it went off the rails a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Ever since Bray Wyatt bathed himself in that dirt, it's been kind of wonky. But everything from Randy Orton joining the Wyatt family to him burning down the compound, amazing. Bray Wyatt winning the tag team championships and the WWE championship. Come on now. He was doing awesome on SmackDown. Now all of a sudden, he's going to Raw. Do I think he's going to get the same booking on SmackDown? Excuse me. I was trying to say that differently. Let me try this again. Do I think he's going to get the same booking on Raw that he got on SmackDown? No. No. Hell no. Please. He's going to be a mid-card player. Maybe he'll be fed to Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, which I don't like at all. I think that sucks. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that draft pick. I don't like that shake-up, whatever you want to call it. We'll see how it goes. I mean, his first feud apparently is going to be with Finn Balor if he comes back from concussion very soon. That's okay. I'm okay with that. But after that, what's he going to do? See, here's what I think is going to happen. Because Randy Orton is staying on SmackDown. I can talk about Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. I hope that at Payback, Bray Wyatt wins. Bray Wyatt gets the championship and he comes to SmackDown. And Randy Orton goes to Raw. Randy Orton, like Dean Ambrose, feels right on Raw. Randy Orton, quite frankly, it's not like he was setting the world on fire on SmackDown other than what he did with Bray Wyatt. So I think Bray Wyatt should come to SmackDown, and I think Randy Orton should go to Raw. Who cares? SmackDown still has John Cena. We don't need Randy Orton. That's how I feel. That's just how I feel about it. More than likely, Bray will go to Raw and Randy will stay on SmackDown. Don't like that at all. I do not like that draft pick. So those are my only 2 issues. Really, those are my only 2. Actually, no. I just thought about something. I just thought about one other tag team. The Club. What the hell? Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows didn't get traded to SmackDown. What the hell? That one is very appalling. Like, whoa, okay. That was an easy trade. I don't know why we didn't do the Club going to SmackDown. It's not like they were doing anything on Raw. It's not like they're going to be used all that much now that the Revival, especially now that the Revival is on Raw. Yeah, no, I don't get that at all. Maybe they'll still come. Maybe they'll still get traded. But we'll see. Man. Yeah. And yes, I'll rant about Cesaro when I get to it too. I'm not going to really rant about Cesaro. But that is also another one. I'm just kind of like, really? But he's coming up. Just hold on for a second. Moving on. So Bray Wyatt's on Raw. Heath Slater and Rhyno. Beauty and the Man Beast are on Raw. Cool with me. Kalisto is on Raw. Great. Thank you. I don't know why he was on SmackDown, especially with the Cruiserweight division. I was thinking he should have been on Raw to begin with. So Kalisto is on Raw. Yes, he will be wrestling on 205 Live or in the Cruiserweight division. Now, this one is very confusing, though. We get Kalisto and Sin Cara on one show, and what happens? Sin Cara gets moved to SmackDown. Why? You made the same mistake. Why would you? It doesn't work either way. Like, what is Sin Cara going to do? Sin Cara should have been on Raw with Kalisto in the freaking Cruiserweight division. Honestly, you know what? The more I think about it, Simon Gotch did get released. I think Sin Cara's on his way out too. I wouldn't be surprised if he got released very soon. But even if he didn't, even if he does get released, what the hell? Why is he on SmackDown? He should be on Raw in the Cruiserweight division. At least so Kalisto and him can be a tag team. Lucha Dragons. Okay. Yeah, that was dumb. That was a horrible trade. I don't get that at all. But whatever. I'm just happy that Kalisto's on Raw. That's something I'll take. Elias Samson, a draft from NXT, is on Raw now. The Drifter. What he needs is what I am. Like I said before, I adore the character of Elias Samson. I love his character. Inside the ring, though, not so much. I don't like his in-ring ability. But I like his character, though. I really like the Drifter. Just wish he would get better inside the ring. Hopefully he has gotten better. We got some women who came in on Raw. Mickie James, Pretty Mickey, or Crazy Mickey, is now on Raw. Cool with me. Alexa Bliss. I knew she was going to Raw. As soon as she lost to Naomi. Sneeze coming up. Oh, okay. I'm good. Don't know what happened there. Alexa Bliss is on Raw. As soon as she lost to Naomi, I knew. Yeah, she's going to Raw. And you know what? I will say this. I love that we had a ring with Bayley, Sasha Banks, and I think there was someone else. No, it was just those two. Bayley and Sasha Banks are inside the ring on Raw. Out comes Alexa Bliss, and she gets the biggest pop out of both of them. Goes to show you what Raw does to your women's division. It shows you how well SmackDown has booked the women. And I wouldn't be shocked if Becky Lynch went to Raw and she became the biggest babyface. She becomes the biggest babyface. But the fact that Alexa Bliss got the biggest pop out of both Bayley and Sasha lets me know that SmackDown has booked them well. If Naomi was to go to Raw, she would also get the bigger pop. So let's see what they do with Mickie and Alexa Bliss. I gotta say, man, I would think right now, of course, they're doing Sasha and Bayley. That's the women's championship feud going forward. But I would love to see Alexa get that belt. I think she's a great, great women's champion. She was awesome on SmackDown. I loved her with that SmackDown championship belt. I don't think... That's one thing, too. I didn't expect her to be a good women's champion. I don't think I liked someone this much who didn't at first appeal to be a good women's champion, but then she got the belt and then she ran with it and now she's awesome. Alexa Bliss has improved miles since coming to the main roster. I love her. Love me some Alexa Bliss. And Mickie James. I love Mickie too. I think she's going to be great on Raw. And last but least, David Otunga is on the Raw announcer team. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Corey Graves, David Otunga, and Michael Cole. Nasty. Didn't like that at all. I don't like that. All right, so that's Raw. I think that's all the Raw picks. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, but let's talk about SmackDown. Byron Saxton is now on the SmackDown announcer team. I'm happy about that. I've always felt, and this is how I really feel about Byron Saxton. I don't think he's a bad announcer, bad commentator. I just think he's not fit for Raw. But now that he's on SmackDown, where he can be a little bit more free, and he's working with Tom Phillips, I think, and this is my opinion, I think Byron and Tom make a great pairing. They were great on NXT. So let's see what they do on SmackDown. Now, working with JBL, that's different. JBL's being nicer because he's under fire right now. Fire JBL. But when things die down, he might become a bully again. So that's the only thing I'm worried about when it comes to Byron being on SmackDown. But he should be fine. I've always been cool with Byron behind the desk. So as soon as people saw Dean Ambrose going to Raw with the IC Championship, immediately Kevin Owens coming to SmackDown with the US belt. Now, I thought it wasn't going to happen because Kevin Owens has a match against Chris Jericho on a Raw pay-per-view. So I thought there's no way he's coming to SmackDown. Well, I'll be damned. Kevin Owens is on SmackDown with the United States Championship, a belt that he should have won in 2015. I'm still salty. I'm still salty over Owens losing to John Cena. I'm sorry. Regardless, he has the belt now, and he's on SmackDown. And he's going to be great. He's going to be awesome on SmackDown. I honestly believe when he's done with this U.S. belt, this U.S. run, send him after that World Championship. Give it to him. I want Kevin Owens as my WWE champion on SmackDown. Now, some of you are saying, but he was a horrible U.S. champion, Universal champion. I like the U.S. belt better than the Universal belt. Regardless, he was a horrible Universal champion. You are right. You are absolutely right. But he's on SmackDown now. He will be booked a lot better on SmackDown as a world champion. So I would love to see him as my world champion on SmackDown. If Randy Orton beats Kevin Owens, I need to drink water before I do my podcast. That's why I always have a water bottle next to me. Let me try that again. If Randy Orton beats Bray Wyatt at Payback, he will most likely go after Kevin Owens, and I hope Kevin Owens rips that championship out of his hands. Other than that, I'm sorry. I just kind of feel like, yeah, there's nobody else for Randy Orton to face. There really isn't anybody else for him to face other than who I just suggested. So, all right, we got Kevin Owens on SmackDown, and as soon as Kevin Owens came out, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Sammy's going to come out with them because these two are just destined to be together forever, whether they like it or not. And guess what? Sami Zayn came out right after Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn's on SmackDown. Yes, that was number one. That was my number one pick. I said, look, out of anybody else that should be traded, Sami Zayn needs to go to SmackDown. Get him off of Raw. I want Cesaro and Sami Zayn both on SmackDown, but if I don't get Cesaro, which I didn't, I'll get to him in a second. Give me Sami Zayn. I got Sami Zayn on SmackDown. Thank God. He already feels more important. He already feels more special. He already feels like he's an integral part of the show. And I love that. I think going forward, he's going to feel even more special. I think on SmackDown, he will be, if not the top babyface, which AJ Styles is right now, one of the top babyfaces already. I think he is one of the top babyfaces. So yeah, Mr. El Generico and Kevin Steen are both on the same brand once again, SmackDown. They just can't stay away from each other. I don't know what it is. WWE just likes to keep them together. That's just how they are. I don't know. All right, let's keep going. We got Epico and Primo on SmackDown. The Shining Stars, I'm cool with that. Can we get Carlito? Can we call Carlito up and make him their manager? Make a stable again? For real. Carlito. on SmackDown with Epico and Primo would be great. Come on, that would be awesome. You know it would. If you're watching me, WWE, please do that. At least call him up. The man who injured Finn Balor is now on SmackDown, Jinder Mahal. Again, it's like Curt Hawkins. I don't care. I wish we would have got. I really do wish a Bo Dallas or a Curtis Axel got drafted, because those two could have used a change. But whatever. Women. We got two new women at least for now. We got Tamina Snuka. I love how Shane McMahon played it up. It's the daughter of a legend. It is Tamina. Like, he was like, it's going to be, like, he's going to say Charlotte, Tamina. But then he said Tamina. I'm like, oh, punk. I don't hate Tamina, but I can't even form words. We'll see. We will see. Maybe she'll be good. Maybe she won't. But it's a new female wrestler. I'm cool with that. But as soon as Tamina came out comes Charlotte Flair. I gotta do this. Give me a second. Woo! Nature Boy! Woo! Genetic superiority! Charlotte Flair! Smackdown! Woo! If you will. Yes, ma'am. I love Charlotte on SmackDown. I think that is a great pick. Uh-oh. Hopefully, can you guys hear me? Hopefully I didn't ruin anything. No, we're good. I just knocked my microphone. I was like, oh, please don't knock my microphone. Hopefully you didn't break anything. Anyways, I've had enough botches on this live stream as it is. So Charlotte is on SmackDown. I think that's good. I think that's awesome. I think SmackDown could use a Charlotte. Maybe a few more. I do see Asuka coming up. Yeah, I think Asuka's coming up pretty soon. So we'll have Asuka, Charlotte, Naomi, Tamina, and all these other women on SmackDown. I think that's going to be great. I love that. And I also see, well, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce maybe will come to SmackDown. They might go to Raw. I'm not too sure. Not like Raw doesn't have enough as it is, but we'll see. But I just feel like right now, SmackDown's women's division, I'm cool with it. I'm not too pissed off about it. New shakeups. Yeah, and Charlotte on SmackDown. Really quickly. Live chat, comment section. Let me get a big woo for Charlotte. Woo! By the way, I see you guys in the live chat doing that. I appreciate that. Really do. And if you do it, I'll call you out. Ultra Shadow. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. That's awesome. And whoever else does it, I'll call you out too. All right. Let's move on. So, who is that? The Club. Thanks, The Club. Craig. Got you, Craig. What was that? Rema? Ramel? Ramel. There we go. Travis. Immortal God. Yeah, boy. Jose. Jake. Oh, wow. Okay, so many. Everybody. You know what? You all rock. It's covering the screen now. I can't name you all. Thank you. Nick Hunter. Andre. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Chris Matthews. Okay, that's enough. No more. Get back to chatting with your friends. Go back to doing what you wanted to do. All right. So Charlotte's on SmackDown. Sin Cara to SmackDown. Stupid. Don't get that. Rusev and Lana to SmackDown. I'm happy about that. That's great. I think Rusev needed to go to SmackDown. I think he's going to be great on SmackDown. Now, very interestingly, Lana is also joining the women's division. Lana's going to wrestle. Awesome. That's more women. So really, we drafted Tamina, Charlotte, and Lana. Cool. Awesome. I hope Lana does great. I look forward to seeing how Lana does, how she works with the women. I think she's going to be great. I love Lana. Can't get enough. That's... Ooh, I love Lana more than just... Okay, we're not going to get into that. Let's move on. Wait, I'm on YouTube, especially with YouTube and its policies nowadays. I don't want to get into that kind of talk with y'all. But the final draft pick or shakeup on my list here is, oh, YouTubers, don't you dare be sour. The New Day, Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods are now on SmackDown. Awesome. I like that. Well done. They should be on SmackDown. And you know what? I look forward to seeing what they do. I think they're going to be great for SmackDown. Now, I got to say this. I really do wish the club came to SmackDown too. I feel like we missed an opportunity to reunite AJ Styles with the club. Now they can still do it. They can just pop up on Talking Smack or whatever the case, but I just really don't get why the club is not on SmackDown. And I'm reading the live chat just in case like someone tells me, hey, Deluxe man, the club is on SmackDown. No, that's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen, but damn, that was a missed opportunity right there. Wait, no, you're fucking with me. Someone just said the club is on SmackDown Live. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Don't lie to me like that. All right. Okay, so that's all the draft picks. So here's what we're going to do now. Now that we know who's gone where, I'm going to go through the entire roster now. I'm going to start with the people in charge, chairman, COO, excuse me. The people who aren't necessarily on brands yet. They're kind of here and there, but they will be after Payback. And then Raw roster, and the SmackDown Live roster. And then we'll talk. And, of course, 205 Live, too. But everybody. And we'll see where we stand with WWE as it is. So the chairman of the board, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, runs things, along with Triple H, COO. So these guys can go to either show, Raw or SmackDown, because that's what they do. They can go either show to either brand, if they will. If you will. The people who are not necessarily on either show right now, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho. We will find out where they go after Payback, but I can already tell you, Jericho will probably stay on Raw. Owens will probably stay on SmackDown. I hope Bray Wyatt stays on SmackDown and Randy Orton goes to Raw. Seriously, can Randy Orton just go to Raw? He doesn't do anything for me on SmackDown. Just go to Raw. Oh, stop ruining people's pushes. It's not Randy Orton's fault. It's just how he's booked. Damn, I really do hope Bray Wyatt wins that House of Horrors match and comes to SmackDown. Seriously. All right, on Raw we got Commissioner Stephanie McMahon and General Manager Kurt Angle. I think Kurt Angle's going to be great in that role. I think he's already better than Mick Foley. I love Mick Foley. He's a legend, hardcore legend, one of the top 20 wrestlers of all time. Well, in my opinion, he's top 10. I put him in my top 10. Regardless, Kurt Angle, I think he's going to be better. I think he's going to be so much better. So much better than what Mick Foley was. So let's see where it goes. The Raw roster, Apollo Crews, Alexa Bliss, Alicia Fox with Noam Dar, Bayley, who's your Raw Women's Champion, Big Cass, and Enzo Amore, and you can't teach that. Big Show, who is on his last run, he's retiring next year, as he should, because what's he got left to do? He came back to fight Shaq, and he didn't even get that. Bo Dallas should have gone to SmackDown, not going to do much on Raw. Braun Strowman is the biggest babyface in wrestling right now for attacking Roman Reigns on Raw. I don't care what anybody says. I love me some Braun Strowman. He's awesome. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, your Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. Cesaro and Sheamus should have gone to SmackDown. I know they have a tag team championship match with the Hardy Boys at this upcoming pay-per-view, but they're not going to win it. And Cesaro really should be on his own. They're never going to push him as a top star on Raw. So why don't you send him to SmackDown? Seriously. I would have thought they would have gotten Cesaro and Sheamus. What are they going to do with them on Raw? For real. After this tag run ends, what's Cesaro going to do? He should have gone to SmackDown. That's stupid. I think it's stupid. It's dumb. Like, you know what? This is a theory. This is my Deluxe Man conspiracy theory. I think WWE is deliberately trying to sabotage Cesaro. Seriously. I don't think they want him to be a superstar. I don't think they want him to get over. I think they're purposely putting him with people like Sheamus, hoping that he doesn't get over, which he still manages to get over with. But you put him with Jack Swagger, you put him with Sheamus, and in theory, this should have failed. But he managed to get over with it and still remind WWE that he's one of the best wrestlers they have. This tag team with Sheamus should have flopped, but they're making it work. And I can see that after he's done with Sheamus, they'll just stick him in another tag team because they don't want him to get over. As I said before, and I will continue to say, if Cesaro doesn't get a shot at any world championship, Universal or World, he needs to leave WWE when his contract expires. I'm serious. Get the hell out of there. I'm sick and tired of them treating you like a nobody. You're one of the best performers in WWE, and they won't even let you go to Smackdown. What the hell? Sorry. I had to get that out. Continuing for Raw. Curtis Axel should have gone to Smackdown. What are y'all going to do with him? You don't even put him on TV. Dana Brooke. We'll see, man. I wish she would get back with Emma. They're not doing this Emma and Dana Brooke thing anymore, which is dumb. I wish they would because they were a good, very good pairing, but whatever. Whatevs. Darren Young is still on Raw with Bob Backlund. Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson, the Revival. Awesome. Love them. Best tag team in wrestling. By the way, Hardys versus the Revival. Hardys versus the Revival. Take my money now. Just take it. Take all of my money. I will let you have the bank. Give me Revival and the Hardys. I would love that match tomorrow, today, yesterday. Literally yesterday, because it's on Raw. Elias Samson, cool. Dean Ambrose, your Intercontinental Champion. Cool, hopefully he turns heel. I want him to turn heel so badly. Emma, cool with that. Finn Balor, again, hopefully he comes back from concussion, but I'm fine with that. Like I said before, if he would have gone to SmackDown, I would have loved it. I don't care what anybody says. He shouldn't have gone to SmackDown. I don't care if people think he wouldn't be good on SmackDown. When you have AJ Styles and Finn Balor on the same show, you can't go wrong with that. You cannot. That's a WrestleMania match. Come on. Come on now. Finn Balor on SmackDown would have been great. Hopefully he goes there one day, but he's on Raw, and I'm cool with that. Goldust and R-Truth, Golden Truth. Yup. Heath Slater and Rhyno. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, the club, should be on SmackDown. What the hell? What are they doing? What are they doing on Raw? What are you going to do with them on Raw? Especially when I think about SmackDown's tag team division, they could have used the club. I do hope they go to SmackDown. They should go to SmackDown, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Mark Henry, the Hardy Boys, your tag team champions on Raw. Mickie James, The Miz with Maryse. Paige, as of right now, is still under contract with WWE. She might not be for long. I think they're going to let her contract run out. But until it does, she is on the Raw roster. Roman Reigns, everybody's favorite superhero. You gonna cock that fist, man. Cock the fist, man. Yeah, I got thrown off the cliff by Braun Strowman, man. I'm sorry. I cannot stop watching Braun Strowman throw Roman Reigns off a cliff while he's on the stretcher. That scene of him rolling the cliff, because he can lift trucks, he can lift cliffs too. No, rolling the stretcher off the cliff with Roman Reigns on top. I've watched that 10,000 times, and every time I've laughed. I can't stop laughing at it. It is so awesome. I love it. Screw you, Roman. And thank you, Strowman. All right, so we also have Samoa Joe, Sasha Banks, Seth Rollins, who I wanted to go to SmackDown, but I'm cool with him on Raw, and Summer Rae, who's out on injury. I'm shocked she didn't go to SmackDown. 205 Live's roster, Cruiserweight division. Akira Tozawa, Arya Daivari, Austin Aries, the Brian Kendrick, Cedric Alexander, who I think is on injury. I think he's out on injury. Yeah. Drew Gulak, who I hope gets a push very soon. Love his style of wrestling. Grand Metalik, the Bollywood Boys, I think it's Garv and Harv Shira. Yeah, is it Garv or Garv? I'm going to go with Garv and Harv Shira. Ho Ho Loon, Jack Gallagher, love me some Jack Gallagher, who should be. I know NXT has already made their UK roster, the United Kingdom Championship roster. I would love to see Jack Gallagher wrestle Tyler Bates for that championship. Maybe once in a while, just kind of switch him back and forth on NXT. He competes in the UK, that UK roster. I would love to see Jack Gallagher versus Tyler Bates. I think he'd be great. Or Pete Dunne. Or anybody. I think he'd be perfect for that brand. That's cool. Kalisto on 205 Live. Yes. 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 Lindsay Dorado, Mustafa Ali, Neville, your Cruiserweight champion. Nia, the hell? Why did I have Nia Jax on 205 Live? I was wondering. I knew I missed somebody. Oops. Let me fix that. That's a botch. So Nia Jax is also on Raw. I forgot about Nia Jax. I knew I forgot somebody. Because she's in the 205 Live brand. Nia Jax for Cruiserweight champion. Screw it. Let's have her go after them Cruiserweights and crush them. No, I'm just joking. All right, Noam Dar, Oni Lorcan, Rich Swann, Ty Jerry, TJ Perkins, who turned heel. Thank you for turning him heel. Let's see what he does. And Tony Nese. Ring announcers for Raw, Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and David Otunga. Nasty. For SmackDown Live's roster is next. Shane McMahon with your general manager, Daniel Ryan. Aiden English, no longer with Simon Gotch, no longer a part of the Vaudevillains. He's just gone back to his previous gimmick on NXT where he sings. He sings his entrance. He sings to get heat. It works. Love Aiden English as a singer. Let's see if he gets over. He probably will. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles, is still on SmackDown. Thank God. Because AJ is the man in WWE, and he will remain the man as long as he stays on SmackDown so he doesn't get buried by Roman Reigns. Baron Corbin, like him. Hopefully one day he becomes a main event player, although he kind of is. I mean, he's wrestled in Elimination Chamber matches. He's wrestled in the main event, so maybe he is a main event player. He won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and the most credible one to win that thing. So, yeah. Cesaro, unfortunately, should be the most credible one, but he's not. It's Baron Corbin. Whatever. Becky Lynch. Love me some Becky. Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. And maybe one day they will once again be your WWE World Tag Team Champions. If they don't split up. Moving on. Carmella with James Ellsworth. Charlotte Flair. Woo! The Nature Boy's daughter. Woo! Genetic superiority. Shut up, fat boy. All right, here we go. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, American Alpha. Dolph Ziggler will be fighting Shinsuke Nakamura going forward. Take my money now. Just take it. Take all of my money. Dolph Ziggler versus Shinsuke Nakamura should be awesome. Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, still on SmackDown. They might form a tag team again. We'll see. Bray Wyatt's now around, apparently. For now, he might come back. We'll see. Fandango and Tyler Breezango. Jimmy and Jey Uso, your tag team champions, the Usos. Jinder Mahal, because we care about Jinder Mahal so much. John Cena. Kane, who still is on the roster. I can't believe that. Kevin Owens, your United States champion. Connor and Victor, the Ascension. Luke Harper, Mojo Rawley, Naomi, the SmackDown Women's Champion. Natalya, Nikki Bella. Randy Orton, your world champion. Hopefully not for long. Get him off of SmackDown. Give that championship back to Bray Wyatt. Rusev and Lana. Maybe I should just have them separate. We'll see. But Rusev and Lana for right now. Sami Zayn, Shelton Benjamin, who should be coming in very soon. Shinsuke Nakamura, Sin Cara, Tamina, the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, and Zack writer. SmackDown announcer team is Tom Phillips, JBL, Byron Saxton. Before I talk about both rosters, I gotta say, it doesn't feel the same without Mauro. SmackDown doesn't feel the same without Mauro Ranallo. He brings a certain energy to the show that Tom Phillips, I think he's good, but he doesn't create the energy that Mauro does. Can we do something? Can we just, seriously, can we just take JBL off the commentary desk? We don't need him there. We really don't. Byron can be a heel announcer or something like that. We don't need a heel announcer. Can we just have freaking Mauro, Byron, and Tom Phillips and screw JBL? Just screw JBL. I don't like that. I think that's stupid. I don't like the fact that JBL ran off one of the best announcers in the world. You bullied a man with depression. Why? Why would you do that? Whatever the case, it's dumb. I hate the fact that Mauro is going to let his contract go out. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same at all. All right, so overall, I got to say, both rosters, when I look at it on paper, other than a few picks I wish were on SmackDown and maybe some we could have traded to Raw too, it's not bad. I can't really say the shakeup was a bad move. I'm going to give it a B. Strong B. I'm very, very happy. Very pleased with the results of this. So I got to say, though, I'm very intrigued to see where Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton will go. I hope Bray Wyatt does come to SmackDown. Randy Orton goes to Raw. We don't need Randy Orton on SmackDown. We really don't. We know Kevin Owens is coming to SmackDown because Chris Jericho's not even going to be in WWE after he loses to Kevin Owens. So it is what it is. I don't care. We'll see what happens going forward. So I like it. Good shakeup. That's the draft. That's all of the picks. Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments down below. Let me go to the live chat. I'm going to end this by reading some comments in the live chat. Tell me how you feel. What was your favorite shakeup, draft, pick, whatever? How do you feel about the draft? Are you happy with it? Give me a grade, whatever. Let me know how you feel, man. Replace JBL. Replace JBL. Yeah, I agree. He needs to go. JBL needs to go, man. Why would you run off a man with depression? What's wrong with you? Let's see here. JBL needs to be drafted straight to hell. Wow. Okay, fine. Where would you draft JBL? Let's play that game if you want to. Draft Alyx Man to SmackDown. Man, I'm telling you, I'd be great for SmackDown. I really would. Rest in peace, Superstars. The show Superstars. Yeah. Both shows are great. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Who's that? Sonic XW. Yeah, I agree, Sonic. Nice theory on Cesaro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Who's that? Mr. Krabs. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Can we now do AJ versus Shinsuke Nakamura? Absolutely. Just not right now. Save that for WrestleMania, son. Kane is running for mayor. Is he? So the big red machine is running for mayor. Interesting. Did you talk about how Nia botched twice in her match with Charlotte? I don't remember the match with Charlotte on Raw. That's why I didn't complain about it. Alyx Man should be the new SmackDown lead commentator. Calm down. Thank you. I think that's flattering. And I would do a much better job than Michael Cole. But, again, it's the same thing. Even if I could, I wouldn't. Mauro shouldn't have that position. God damn it. I miss Mauro. Let's see. Draft Matanza to SmackDown. Those of you who don't know who Matanza is, Lucha Underground's monster. The monster. Matanza Cueto. That's coming, by the way. It's coming back. Can't wait for that. JBL should be drafted to a landfill. He's trash. You guys really don't like JBL. I understand. Draft Alexa to the Alyx Man's bedroom. Who is this man? Who said this? Ramel? Ramel? I think it's Ramel. Yeah, Ramel. Thank you. Ramel, you are a smart man. I like that pick. We should do this. I'm happy AJ Styles stayed. So am I. So am I. Matanza versus Braun Strowman would destroy the very foundation of this planet. I would love to see that match. just for the sheer destruction it would bring about all humankind. Come on, that would be awesome. Alexa should come to my bedroom. No, she will not come to your bedroom. Well, tell you what, she can come to your bedroom if I get Mickie James. All right, Ultra Shadow, is that a deal? JBL, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to get in trouble with YouTube, but that's funny. Alberto has contacted with WWE again. Del Rio? Why? I would think he'd be done. Seriously. No, let's not do Michael Cole versus Deluxe, man. It will be just, well, it won't be as bad as Cole and Waller at WrestleMania. But it would be a lot better, that's for sure. We got to deal with your Shadow and Cole. A couple more things. Let me see. Do I see Adam Cole coming to SmackDown? Well, he should be coming to NXT very soon. He should be fine. And I would love to see him on SmackDown. Although I think he's going to Raw when he gets called up. Michael Elgin versus Braun Strowman. How do you feel about that? Sure, I'll take it. Any big man versus Braun Strowman would be awesome. JBL versus Deluxe Night Inferno match. Calm down. Did I see Del Rio's Periscope rant? Yes, I did. Apparently he was drunk. Very entertaining, by the way. I want Molly Holly. I like Molly Holly. I think she was a great, very underrated wrestler. Hopefully she goes to a Hall of Fame very soon. All right. Let's do one more. What's the last comment going to be? Why isn't SmackDown killing Raw in the ratings every week? That is a good question. It should be. It should be. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for this live broadcast. As always, like me on Facebook at The Deluxe Man. Follow me on Twitter at DeluxeManVX1. Like the video, subscribe, share. Follow me on all my social media platforms down below in the description. Donate to my PayPal if you want. I always give shout outs to people who donate. And buy the t-shirt if you will. But other than that, thank you guys for watching me. You guys are awesome. I will catch you at my next video. Whatever it is, whenever it is. But for right now, this is your boy, Deluxe Man, signing off in Deluxe Man's world. You guys take it easy. Peace out.